Hello and welcome to the Play World Cup. I'm James.
And I'm Jason.
And we are bringing you week 2 matches. Right now we have Liquid Interactive team number 1 versus Effectal Media. We are looking at game number 2.
Yep.
And Effectal took out game number 1. So that's awesome for them.
That's pretty good for
Not
them.
so awesome for Liquid Interactive team 1.
No, that puts all the pressure on Yang, who we're looking at right now. Mm-hmm. He's got to try and win this game to bring the match to be a best of 3. He's spawned as the blue Protoss down the bottom of the map, and his opponent Zeffrin spawned as the red Protoss. So for all you playing at home, that is a PvP.
Straight up PvP.
Straight
We
up.
are on Cloud Kingdom as well.
We are indeed.
I don't think I've actually seen a PvP played on Cloud Kingdom, so I'm sort of interested to see. Like, Cloud Kingdom being quite a new map,
Yep.
only introduced this
season.
season. So everyone's still kind of working out exactly how you play this damn thing.
Yeah. I don't know, it's kind of... You could probably put a pylon like here and get a tiny warp in on the ledge if you've got vision, so that something like that could come into play.
It's actually not as... Like, when I first saw this map, I thought it was a really long map because of these sort of twisting alleyways that you have running through the map. But
Yep.
being able to cut through on the center actually doesn't make it quite as long as you think it is.
Yeah, the direct path to the base isn't too far. Whoa, I've clicked all the way over there for some reason. But what are we going to see? What are we going to see?
So we've got neither... Because it's PvP, you don't really have to wall off. You know, there's not
No.
any Zerglings or anything like that. So just standard play at the moment. We're seeing pylons and gateways. Probes and pylons. Probes and pylons.
Just all that standard gear. No gas. There we go. Gas from Zeffrin on 16. Is Yang also going to be getting some gas? Or are we going to be seeing no gas? Maybe lots of zealots? There we go. Gas.
Gas. Just a little later.
Gas is pretty important in PvP. I don't, or just as Protoss in general is pretty gas heavy. Like, you want sentries, that bad boy costs you 100 gas.
I mean, really, but is that the only unit you can make with them without needing gas is zealots?
Yep.
Really. Everything else, tech, upgrades, everything else pretty much requires gas.
Yep. And if you're only making zealots, you're in a world of pain if they go void rays or something.
Or stalkers, or
Pretty anything. So yeah, I think not getting a gas as a Protoss means you're probably just going to be proxy gating, rushing with zealots. I think that's sort of about all you can do. Or cannons. You can always cheese.
Yeah, that's true.
Throw a bit of cannon cheese in there, but not going to be doing that. We're getting 2 gases from Yang.
Double gas. Okay, we see a cybernetics core going down for Zeffrin as well. So looks like he might be chrono boosting out Warp Gate as well.
Is indeed. Yang not chrono boosting out Warp Gate.
No Warp Gate as of yet. We'll keep an eye on that. And here comes the Twilight Council. Ooh, very interesting.
Twilight Council. So, you're going to be seeing some tech.
So with the Twilight Council out, you could either go into a Dark Shrine and
Yep.
DTs.
Yep.
Or I guess you could go upgrades like Blink Stalkers.
Yep.
Or I guess the other option is charge for your zealots. He's got a couple of zealots out already, although he does have Cybercore, so pretty open at this stage. Like, it could go anyway.
Yeah, he hasn't used any of this gas yet at all. So, that could be, yeah. I don't think it's going to be Blink Stalkers, because we're not seeing any Stalkers. There we go, it is going to be charge.
Charge.
Didn't know whether
Okay.
he was saving that gas for a DT shrine and then, or Dark Shrine and then some DTs, but no, it isn't going to be charge instead. Zeffrin walking across the map with his zealot. No, just a probe. I thought it was going to be a zealot and stalker, but just a stalker.
So this is going to be this is pretty much going to be Stalker up against charge lots, as far as I can tell at this stage. I'm not seeing any different. Another gate going down there. So we've got 3 gates, Cybercore. So Zeffrin may be going for a 3-gate Robo maybe. Or, I mean, yeah, there's the Robo.
There we go.
So 3-gate Robo looks like. And warp gates are just about to finish for him. So he's going to have every one of those gates available to warp in. How are we doing on Yang's side for Warp Gate?
No Warp Gate
No Warp Gate.
as of yet.
That is really interesting to me. So it looks like he could be saving... I mean, Warp Gate's a upgrade that takes quite a long time.
Yeah.
It's like a minute or 160 seconds.
That is a long time, but you got Chrono
That's
Boost.
2.5 minutes. Oh, yeah, I guess with Chrono Boost you can cut that down a fair bit.
Yep.
There's a pylon getting warped in up the
But the Stalker
there.
walking in the base, getting a full scout out, so seeing everything.
Oh.
Seeing the charge as well, so that is that Stalker going to get out? No. Yes? No.
He did.
He did. So charge finished +1 on the way as well.
But he
for
got.
Yang.
I mean, he got a lot of information there. He can see that there's no warp gates. He saw that the forge was upgrading. He saw charge. So much information there. He saw double gas as well. So just really got a really great read in there for only the cost of a single Stalker. Definitely well worth that investment.
Well worth it, definitely. So we've got a bit of supply block issue at the moment for Zeffrin.
For Yang?
For Yang, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Zeffrin is taking his expansion, so is Yang just going to clear out the map and take his, or is he going to maybe try and put on some pressure?
Well, I think what Zeffrin's got here as well is quite a good mix. He's got 3 sentries now, and with those charge lots about to come out, that's a really good move, because that's going to give him some force fields, which could help deal with those charge lots.
Yep, block them off or something, so the Stalkers can just get free hits without getting damaged themselves. So at the moment he's got enough for 3 force fields, but by the time... Ooh, and there's a 4th, and we've also got a Warp Prism, so might be doing some sneaky drop play. These Zealots about to charge on in, I think. So it's going to come down to Zeffrin's force fields and how well he can hold this off. And here we go, they're engaging into the army. Zeffrin not using those
that was
actually
awesome.
Brilliantly using those force fields. Wow.
So those Zealots completely unable to do a damn thing at the moment. That force field control is just fantastic.
That was, but although now losing those 2 sentries, 1 Zealot getting in, but Zeffrin warping in his own Zealots is going to be able to hold that off pretty well. That was actually really great force fields. Zeffrin hasn't dropped in the main yet, but I wouldn't be surprised to see that soon.
Got a few more Zealots coming across the map, though. There's 4 more to make, I think, 7 or 8 in total in up in their base, but Colossus on the way now as well. It could be quite tough to crack this, especially given this sort of like choke that's going on with this army. Like this good sort of pylon placement means that it's only a handful of force fields to be able to deal with this charge lot.
Cut down the effectiveness of that charge lot army. And plus, Zeffrin, while he doesn't have the charge, he's got a nice force here, enough to deal with these Zealots. And also, with the Observer, sees exactly where they are. Are we going to be seeing a warp in the main? Yes, we are.
So 3 Zealots in the main, headed straight for the mineral line.
At the same time, oh no, the Zealots running into the Colossus, so they are not going to fare too well at all. And now Yang with nothing, no warp gate done either, so he can't even warp any units into the main to defend. He's going to have to run everything back, run those probes away, losing out on a whole lot of mining time now. Here's where warp gate comes in really handy, because then you could just warp in your 4 Zealots or 4 Stalkers or something like that to deal with this.
Oh, and a lot of damage being done to those probes now.
A lot of damage.
3 Zealots are really causing havoc in Yang's mineral line at this stage. Back come the charge lots to deal with it.
There we go. Finally coming through, but we see here on the unit counting station 30 probes to 14. So damage has definitely been done to Yang's economy. Plus the second is up and running from Zeffrin, and he has the superior tech at the moment.
Yep, he's got a cannon, he's got Colossus, so even though those numbers of Zealots are getting pretty high at this stage, he's also got that Observer just following them along, just keeping an eye on them. Wait up, guys, wait
Zeffrin
up.
knows exactly what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. He can see this coming a mile off. And he still has that Warp Prism as well, just sort of chilling out on the side there.
Yep.
So should he decide to drop more back in, I think he's going to be in a good position. Good move there by Yang, though, putting
Very
this
good move.
photon cannon up, trying to make sure he's not as vulnerable to drops or warp-ins as he wasn't that last time.
Yep.
But more cannons going up here as well, and I think it's going to be a similar situation where they're just going to hang out in that choke point area, put some force fields up, and then when this army charges in, it's going to be really tough to be able to actually do a significant amount of damage. It's just not enough space. It's too crowded.
Yep. And now, bad timing for Yang now that second Colossus has come out onto the field.
Up go the force fields, so let's split that army in half.
Split it in half, trapped a whole bunch of Zealots in the range of those Colossus. And I love how the Stalkers and Colossus are just sitting back, letting the cannons and other Zealots tank the damage while they just outforced so much DPS onto Yang's units.
Yeah, so the 3 cannons went down, but they basically soaked up all of the damage from that entire Zealot army.
Yep.
And now forced to retreat with only 4 left, and so the army advantage is now absolutely with Zeffrin.
Army supply and our worker advantage. All the advantages are going to
All the
Zeffrin.
Oh, and these 4 now are going to try and snipe that
At least
sentry.
get a sentry kill. No.
Ooh, not quite.
Now Zeffrin moving forward with his whole entire army. The observer up the front sees that there's only 1 lone zealot running back, also warping in some units, checking for that expansion, which he knows isn't mining. Yeah, I think Zeffrin is going to be moving in very shortly to do the final blow.
Yeah, Yang had a lot of minerals in those lots. Loves the charge lots, but just against this army composition, they're just not going to be effective. And given those force fields going up time and time again, just makes it really difficult for them to be able to do any damage.
Yep, and we've got more Stalkers joining the mix, and another bunch of Stalkers and Zealots. Was a Zealot? Yes, it was. So now we've got Zeffrin is inside Yang's base. Yang, though, with a lot of Zealots, so he's getting those Zealots up quick, but that's not enough Zealots to deal with this army of Zeffrin.
Yeah, that is a significant amount of Stalkers. Those Colossus. Ooh, the frowny face. I'd be frowny facing too. Zeffrin's frowny too.
Returning the frowny face. And yeah, really nice army positioning. Zeffrin not rushing in, not wanting to give those Zealots any chance. Just sitting back and letting the Colossus do their damage.
Yep, and it looks like we're going to see a final battle here, but just on the ramp with the choke.
Yep.
The Colossus and the Stalker's going to do all the damage.
There we go.
And
Yang has left the game. GG.
That's all she wrote. So, Effectal Media taking that match out and actually closing the series out 2-0.
That's
so
right.
3 points for them on the ladder. And thanks very much for watching. We will see you next match.